Super Sunday, we have a blockbuster at 7:30 p.m. Manchester United welcome Tottenham Hotspur, the runaway leaders in the first 10 games of the league this season. Very, very interesting. They've gone through different fortunes in the last couple of games. They'll be hoping to enter this match week 21 with different fortunes as well. But they're going to an Old Trafford side managed by or Eric Ten Hag. He is a coach that up to now has failed to tell us what his philosophy is. Tell me about the football that Eighth is playing at Manchester United.
Tony, yes, I don't know. That's the answer. I don't know, because we were told his team presses high. He got his players to press high. They are not pressing. We were told he's a ball playing. He needs a ball playing goalkeeper. He got his keeper. He's conceding every game and making mistakes every game. I don't know whether that was part of the ask. So when you ask and say what is Eighth or Eric Ten Hag's formula, Arteta, we know how he plays. Pep Guardiola, we know. Jurgen Klopp, we know how they play. But it seems Man United stumbles into game plans. You see a flash of 5 minutes and you're like, oh, could this be it? Then the next 15 minutes, you don't understand what's happening.
A mark of a coach when he takes over a side. You see improvements across the board. You see some players gelling. It's impossible that 25 players have all failed to adapt. None of these Manchester United players that Eighth found and even recruited, none seems to be moving forward. There seems to be
only one player, Garnacho.
Apart from Garnacho, who has been very, very brilliant and brilliant spark for Manchester United. Perhaps the reason why they are where they are. But he's not improving.
All his recruits have been poor. You go with the striker, Højlund has, of course,
£72 million.
No service, but that's still poor. You look at his
Mason Mount, £60 million.
Mason Mount is not even in the squad. He's not even training. I don't know where he is. You look at Anthony. Anthony, I think is
£84 million.
Is going to be, for the record, one of the worst ever purchases in the Premier League. And then you look at his defenders. Malaysia is injured also. So Casemiro has dipped this season, is injured, of course. So I think Eric Ten Hag, his buys have not performed.
Do we give him this six more months, perhaps, to try and get things right? Is he the man for the job? Manchester United right now lying 8th in the league. They cannot. They've already dropped out of the Champions League. They cannot afford another season again without the Champions League. They are not even in the Europa, Marquis.
Anthony, I think that tells us where Man United are right now. We are actually discussing off-field topics instead of actually
discussing
the football. And the article today stated that maybe Ten Hag is going to be the caretaker until end of the season, because we know Ratcliffe will look into him and be like, do we make the changes?
We'll be expecting some improvements.
But Man United, Tony, has chopped and turned coaches here and there, and the performance has not been there. Personally, I would think. So give Ten Hag whatever time he wants. Could be 4 or 5 years, Tony.
There are no managers on the market.
There are no managers, exactly. I was looking around. Do you want to bring back Jose Mourinho? I don't think he's now fighting referees here and there. So Man United have to dig into themselves and then find the energy, the lion in them to fight on.
On the other hand, and Postecoglou has come in on Tottenham. And they've done brilliantly. Aside from the injuries that have ravaged them in the past couple of weeks, this was a side that was on course to challenge for this season. Very, very interesting turn in fortunes just under 3 months before joining. And then he saw a big, big uplift in almost each of the players. How do you rate such a coach so far?
I think his man management is brilliant. He's managed to bring smiles in all those players and actually told them they could even do better. And we saw in those first 3 months, bar the injuries that derailed their chase. But you look at his high line, it's a risky way of playing, but they say high risk, high reward. So he's been getting the reward. It's just unfortunate that going into this game, he's lost a bit of the key players. His captain, Son is away
for international.
Away, Pape Sarr is away, Bissouma is away too. So I think he will be lightweight in the Højbjerg can play, of course, in that midfield. Oliver Skip, for me, is not a proven midfielder, so he will have a bit of challenge there. Maybe Man United could dominate that midfield and open
Kobe
the space.
Mino.
Yeah, Kobe Mino, brilliant young boy there. But I think Ange Postecoglou has done a brilliant job, and with his philosophy, I think it could go to Old Trafford and he wants a win.
This will be definitely a game that everyone will be waiting to see. Big game there. Manchester United cannot afford to not get points in this particular game. Like we said, only 3 points ahead of Chelsea in 10th. So it will be very interesting. Tottenham, on the other hand, find themselves in 5th. Of course, 39 points currently, just 1 point behind the Arsenals and Man City. So they'll also be hoping to push forward. But of course, without those key men in their midfield, especially, they might look lightweight. Lo Celso is available, but he's not a sitter, so it will be very interesting. Maybe Højbjerg and Oliver Skipp will be sitting at the best behind them. At the back, of course, like we said, they brought in Dragutin. I don't know if he will be available for this particular game. Maybe it will be too early, but we've seen, of course, Emerson Royal playing there with Ben Davies at centre back. So
Romero is available.
Romero is back, so it will be interesting to see who the coach pairs with him in that particular place. Pedro Porro has been a revelation as well. Right back, played so well. That guy, I think he has been a very good signing for them. Who came on loan initially from Porto and then signed finally for £44 million there. This is a Tottenham side that can easily hurt you. Timo Werner, of course, has signed in from the German league,
RB Leipzig,
from RB Leipzig, coming in now for the remainder of the season. He's a player that can score goals if he gets the service.
Yeah, he can.
But he has a clumsy touch. How do you rate him?
He was good before he joined Chelsea, and I thought maybe the pressure of playing in a bigger club like Chelsea got onto him. He went back to Germany, and I think he's got goals, not very brilliant numbers, but he was still a stay-in player in that team. I think as a player, he has something to prove. And I think his return to Premier League is to confirm that he is that good.
Premier League caliber.
Yeah, maybe the game could be too soon for him. We know the front line, Brandon Johnson, Kulusevski, and Richarlison could still start. But I think he's looking for one of those numbers.
And he can play across the line as well.
Yeah, he can play.
So it will be very interesting to see if the coach can give him some minutes in that particular game. Of course, the reason they've brought him in is because they need a backup for Son in the short term. It will be very interesting. And of course, Richarlison himself hasn't been at his best this particular season. So this will be a very interesting clash. For Manchester United, like we said, still problems in the midfield. Kobe Mino being a shining light. How he has played so brilliantly over the past couple of weeks. I think the reason perhaps Manchester United is winning some of the games that they've won. They are brilliant. Even you can see the impact when he's missing. So it shows you how big the strides that he has taken in this particular team. It will be very interesting again to see how it prospers there. Manchester United have lost Amad Diallo already, and Onana will be on his way as well for Cameroon. We shall now wait to see who plays in goal for Manchester United. Will it be Litton or Altay Bayendia? Two goalkeepers who haven't had a sniff.
Yeah, Tony, but I think Altay Bayendia would be the one that could take that slot. And he has such a stature, he's too tall. And I would think maybe if he goes to that goal and performs in a game or two,
he has a chance.
Onana might come back without a position at Man United.
Very interesting. We'll wait to see how that pans out. Of course, we know Lisandro Martinez is also now back from injury, so that will be very brilliant news for Manchester United fans after seeing a pairing of Johnny Evans, of course, and Rafael Varane, two players that perhaps are now in their twilight. Maybe the number of games might be too much, especially for Evans, who's I think almost 35. So it will be very interesting to see Lisandro Martinez coming back. Will he play in this particular fixture? Maybe not. We'll wait to see how Eric Ten Hag attacks that fixture. Up front, Manchester United need goals, Timothy. -5 goal difference says a lot.
It keeps getting worse. They come up to -2, -1, then back, boom, you have a -5. So the front three need to start scoring because Rashford has just had a goal, I think, or two. Højlund just one goal. Garnacho is the one trying to pick out. Those three can hurt you on a good day. But every time we use the word good day, it means they have bad days, a lot
Many
more.
Bad days.
So I think if they can get into this Tottenham team and get a goal or two, let them try and capitalize. But the strikers should be able to be the ones to score. We don't want to see another McTominay winner. No, Tony.
Prediction.
I've gone for It's a tough one. I had thought initially a draw, a 2-2, but that midfield of Tottenham might
light
give
midfield.
might give United a chance. So I want to change to 2-1 Man United.
This will be very interesting. I think Manchester United at home against the Tottenham side, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. I'm going for 2-1 as well in this particular fixture. Tell us what you think back home. We'll be back next week with the other fixtures. Thank you for watching and goodbye for now.
Goodbye.